recording. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another great episode of the Coming for Happiness show. We got some special topics for you guys today. I'm your boy. I'm Chase. Anybody else want to say their name?
I'm also your boy.
Chase.
Chase.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're all
I'm
your
also-
boy and
I'm
we're all
also your boy,
Chase. Okay,
Chase.
that's the way it is.
Yeah, morning, everyone. It's me here, Chase.
Damn it.
And that's the 4 C's for you, baby.
All right. Beautiful list of topics for today. Number one, how do you occupy your time on the toilet? After that, we'll be diving into, what was it again? Would you rather? And finally, guilty pleasures.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chase,
All right.
there's the fucking beard over on the side. Why don't you take it away here? How do you occupy your time on the toilet, young man?
Who you talking me?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're Chase.
I thought you were talking about the other Chase.
Oh, third Chase.
Yeah. Well, mostly scrolling. Looking at memes, playing phone games. Fun fact: the phone has a surprising amount of fecal matter on it. If you don't wipe it.
You know, I was thinking that about this whole COVID thing, man. I was like, how often are we wiping down our cell phones and shit with Lysol and other stuff? Because we're just like doing stuff, we're touching it, we're putting it up to our face, we're licking it, seeing if we can fit our whole phone in our mouth, just usual phone stuff.
Just the usual phone.
It's actually a good point. I see a lot of people wearing gloves and still playing with their phone after.
Yeah, like talking on it.
Yeah.
So, to bring it back to the classics, you guys ever read Archie comics when you were a kid?
Actually, never once. I always just looked at the pictures, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, you get on the can, you're a child, and you're just kind of hanging out. It's a Sunday like today. You got nothing to do. You're having your morning poop, and nothing better than just sitting down and getting totally wrapped up in that absolute gong show of a love triangle in the Archie comics.
I feel like my most.
To give Curtis and Greg a little fill in on that, at our house growing up, we always had like a stand that was in front of the toilet that was just stacked with comic books, like Archie comics, Garfield's. But like, I swear to God, we probably had like 100 Archie comics.
Oh, dude, like 500.
How many did you actually read, though?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of my best decisions and worst decisions are made on the toilet, to be honest with you.
Curtis, tell us about your financial decisions made on the toilet. Tell us about your.
I've made some money on the toilet, and I've also lost a lot of money on the toilet.
Right.
PokerStars.net.
That's the best kind of investing portfolio you can exercise, my friend.
Oh yeah, online gambling, baby. You guys ever play poker online?
I played blackjack online when I was going through a gambling crisis personally.
How'd you do?
I'm actually reasonably horrible.
Dude, that's the thing about playing online, though. You play a couple times, you win a couple hands until you start actually investing money in those games, and then they start hitting you with these AIs that are just like, oh, you lose.
Connor,
I've heard the way to win at gambling, Colin, is if you actually, once you lose money, you start chasing it and you double down your money and you keep trying to add more and more to get that money that you lost back. I heard that's the best way to gamble success.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
When you lose, double down. And then I guess you double down again. And then you double down. That's how you do it.
That really reminds me of a relationship that I was in.
Please go
when
deeper
cards
into
are
that.
out, put it all back in. Give her a
Yeah,
car.
exactly. Second mortgage on the house. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
swear I can win this time.
Are you trying to say that's how you lost your condo to PokerStars.net?
Even the farm, some would say.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to sell the farm to go big.
Yeah, you always got to put the whole farm down. There's no other option.
No.
Sell the
exactly.
farm to get the cow that you already had on the farm.
So just so everybody knows, this is like professional advice that we should be charging to
This
give
is
out.
professional financial advice for sure.
Yeah.
When in doubt, double it out, put the farm down, and God hates a coward. and also those who exercise premarital sex.
Oh, Gregory.
Chase.
Gregory, Colin, I would never.
Chase.
Oh, right. You're right. My apologies, everyone. So, Chase with the mustache and backwards hat, tell us about your pooping ritual.
Well, it usually starts by
Pooping.
sitting.
Pulling down
first
your
of all.
pants first or just sitting?
Kind of depends, honestly. That depends if it's like early in the morning. I'm a little bit groggy. It's all a toss up, really. But you sit down, and then usually I just fall right asleep. Wake up, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes later, and get up and go. That's usually how it is.
You ever
Either that or just falling into a deep spiral on conspiracy theories that last
dude,
like 2.5 hours, and that's that.
I was just going to
get up.
say, you go down that rabbit hole where you get into a conspiracy theory and freaking next thing you know, you've been in there for an hour and your girlfriend's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing in there? And you're like, oh my God, what year is it?
Yeah. Where am I? You don't even know what universe you're in because you're so deep in the conspiracies. You question absolutely everything. Yeah. Guilty. Yeah, I'm there.
So can we like put a number to these chases so I can address who I want to talk to? Like,
We have like a couple different ones. You can call me Blue Chase, and then you've got Mustache Chase, and then you've got Goat Beard Chase, and then you've got Chase.
yeah, okay, great. I think that goat beard chase should also be known as Big Dick Chase.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's as big as it is nice dick Chase, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
the niceness scale compared to the bigness scale is its own thing. Like that, we could talk about that for hours. So,
Chase, do you think you could speak with utmost certainty based upon some experiences in your life?
About niceness?
Yes.
It's truly all that matters, honestly. Physical dimensions don't matter when it comes to the niceness, honestly. That can be our first, that'll be our first would you rather. Would you rather have a really nice dick or a really big dick? But it's just fucking not nice at all.
Like,
that's a damn good
it's rude. Like, does it like make fun of you, or like you mean like not nice for
It's
looking
just
at?
Physically not nice. Like there's nothing nice about it.
Except for the size.
It's not even a nice size. It's just like
It's just like
unwieldy. There's nothing you
abnormally
can use it for.
huge, humongous, big.
Like one of the ones
Really
that blood
just
flow doesn't even help it.
It's just like a burden on your life at that point. You gotta.
It's a burden to everybody at that point.
Yeah.
That'd be like a really good TLC show, you know, just a guy with a huge dong unable to do daily activities just because it's so damn big.
I feel like that is a TLC show.
All right, so guys, to back it up to the first topic, talking about what to do in the can. What do you do on the can when you don't bring your phone? You know, you're just sitting there, you're like reading the shampoo bottle or some shit like that.
Okay.
Like,
that is the kind of time that you have like a 1 minute and 30-second poop. It's the most efficient thing you've ever done, and you're in and out.
You're like crying. You're like, what the f- is going on?
You're like yelling for somebody to bring you your phone. Like,
help, help.
I think as a man, I mean, I can kind of speak to this personally, but like when I go to the gym in the morning, I've got like that sweet, sacred, like 37-minute gap before I have to like shower to go to work. I find that to be like one of my most sacred times of the day, you know? Sit down and just like, you know, roast in your own mess for 37 minutes and just be satisfied with what's going on.
oh my God, what the fuck?
Well, it is. It's just a nice time to hunker down and just think about your day and not have to worry about anything except the next thing on your Facebook feed or your next big gambling move.
So on the topic of pooping, what's your guys' experience with bidets?
none. Oh, no, I lied.
Me and you have an experience with a bidet together, Connor. I mean,
Like sharing a bidet?
Excuse me?
Let these guys go first.
Absolutely.
I'd rather not. I'd
Zero
rather not speak on.
experience. Pleasure with a shower head, though, different story.
it's a real classic.
Timeless, if I may.
All right.
Well, did you guys share the bidet when you used it or what?
Well, it was kind of like that.
That's called a bro day when you guys do it at the same time.
we so we were at this party in a fancy hotel room, and there was a bidet. And needless to say, nice rhyme right there. But anyways, we were playing around with the controls of it because we couldn't figure it out. And so anyways, next thing you know, I flip this lever and the fucking water sprays like 6 feet in the air, hits me and Colin both in the face and hits the roof of this fucking bathroom and just starts making a mess. And we're fucking scrambling. We're like, turn it off, oh my God. And then, yeah, we're both in there in the bathroom, just soaked by fucking the bidet stream. It's just a goddamn mess. We're like, oh my God, what the?
That sounds like a start to a great amateur porno.
Why would you
I was
ever
gonna say,
want
are you
your
talking
asshole
about a
above that?
bidet here, or are you talking about something else? Like,
Yeah,
We're talking about
shut
a
it
bidet.
down. Rolling around on the bathroom floor together.
Here's the
Yeah.
question, though. Why would you
Shoot
ever
6
want
feet.
that stream of water shooting you in the asshole?
To clean it.
Dude, it was fucking hit the roof, like.
Would you even say that that's a guilty pleasure?
Some people think that it's like better for you because like wiping your asshole is apparently like bad for it. You get it like all rawed up and fucking scrubbed, and it's not good. It's not a good thing to do to your asshole every day.
I mean, people say that, but has any of us here actually just wiped our ass raw? Like, paper ass toilet paper, like.
Connor, have you ever been really sick with the flu where you literally almost died? Yes, I have.
Now, was that the toilet paper, or was that just your acid shit coming out?
Oh my
The mixture gone. Okay, I have another bidet question. Would you rather the water be ice cold or like nice and warm? Like you select it like your sink, you kind of just feel it out, see how it is before you use it.
Boiling hot water.
Come on.
I think
prefer
ice
boiling
cold would be
hot
very
water
refreshing.
strictly
It's like
for
an air
me to
conditioned
go.
seat.
Dude, that would wake you the fuck up in the morning, like.
Well, here's the thing. It's like a separate thing too. Like you like poop in the toilet and then you stand up all awkwardly with your pants around your ankles and you like penguin ass waddle over to the bidet and stick it over there and then turn it on somehow. Like I'd like to know more
Wow.
about bidets. If
You know, I
at
don't
a house,
think
you like
North
get a bidet
America is
installed.
actually ready for bidets yet. We're not. We are
more of
clearly
a-
not ready.
More of a Chinese thing, you know?
Yeah, or
Somebody
wherever
who's
they
centuries ahead.
originated.
What do you think? Do you think it's more prestigious though? Like if you went to a fancy person's house and they just had no toilet paper, but just like a fucking gloriously ornate bidet, like is that like the fucking like prestige of like being just a fucking like a rich cultured man?
I mean,
Or that he's a sexually twisted fool.
Yeah. Why not be both though? Why not?
I mean, honestly.
You think you could like
Oxygen,
use it as a drinking fountain sometimes? Like get that little like arc spinning up and just
No.
I don't feel like you would want to. I feel like that's a last resort.
The only time I've ever actually used a bidet, it was a last resort. Curtis, you remember when we were in Cuba? Well, let me tell
Barely.
you, there's a lot of drinks in Cuba, and the meat is questionable to say the least. And
It's street meat.
What
one
about the
morning,
missile
I'm
prices?
in the washroom using it, and I look over to the toilet paper roll, which is hanging empty with like that like one stringy little strand of paper on it. I'm like, oh my God, no. And I look at the bidet, and I'm just like, oh, I
Here
tried
she
so
goes.
fucking hard not to use this thing.
Chase, was the water icy cold
It was
or?
fucking cold, dude. It hit my balls, and my head almost hit the roof. I jumped so high, and then I had to wake everybody up and tell them about my experience. And
So we should all personally speak to one guilty pleasure of ours, and I think we start with Con.
Wait,
or-
really quick before
Go,
that.
Chase.
Would you rather
Do it.
cold toilet seat or warm? Like ice cold, or somebody sat on there recently?
Oh, definitely cold, guaranteed.
okay, wait, is it a stranger who sat on it before you, or is it like somebody you're personal with?
Are you personal,
That's a good
buddy?
question.
Here's another question: is the scent still lingering in the air, or is it like kind of a breathable airspace?
It's like kind of a breathable airspace, but you sit down on the can and it's warm. You
And
know,
you don't know who was there before you.
Kind of well.
no clue. It could have been a family member, could have been a stranger.
Okay, I'm going cold then.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Except
cold.
for when you're like out hunting camping and it's fucking -30 outside.
Oh, and the wind just whips at your little calves while they're shivering in the wind. Yeah.
Yeah, then I'll obviously jump on after someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like that's one-sided. Cold all the way.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah. Okay, easy.
Curtis, what was your would you rather? You had one?
No, I've got a guilty pleasure.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's
Oh,
go.
I got another one. Let's start with guilty pleasures, though.
Okay.
Well, mine, we kind of spoke to this a little bit earlier, but one of my favorite things to do, and it might be a little bit, not publicly appeasing, but I definitely love to just throttle my fiance around once I lose a good old game of Call of Duty. Take out all my frustrations on her. I get up, you give her some thigh smacks and just shake her around, kind of like a little baby for a bit. Makes me feel a lot better about my loss.
The question is, though, does she like it?
It's a guilty pleasure, okay? And well, she kind of likes it too. So she's always hoping I lose Call of Duty now.
Is this like a all game modes kind of thing, or is it like strictly search and destroy, and you just get fucking smacked from across the map, and you're not even ready?
It's really not even Call of Duty specific. I mean, even when I'm like playing Crash Bandicoot and I fall and die, same premise, right? Mario Kart, somebody throws a shell at me, you know she's getting it.
Oh, the blue shell?
Oh.
That's a family ruiner.
Oh, man. There's nothing worse than
I-
Michelle.
So really quick, I'd just like to apologize to the viewers. Curtis won't be here next week.
Yeah. We're opening up a lawsuit, actually.
Yeah.
It's okay if she likes it, though.
Yeah, is it consensual? That's the
Interesting
real
topic.
question.
Wouldn't
That
you
is
just
not a
classify
topic
that
we
as
need to go
kink
down.
then?
Classified as what?
Kink.
Oh, definitely.
Or is it still on the fence of like a good old...
I'd say that's closer to fetish than it is guilty pleasure.
Yeah, okay. No, fair enough. Also, we will be coming next episode with written consent from his fiance that it's okay. License.
It's all good. It's all good, guys. Yeah.
Guest
Or I'll
appearance,
come back with a
actually.
black eye, one of the two. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
All right.
All right, so my guilty pleasure, unpopular opinion, black licorice.
Oh, are you
Oh,
fuck, dude?
Dude,
wow.
okay, but like growing up, you and all the other freaking siblings used to give me your black jelly beans, your black jujubes. I was forced into liking black licorice.
Connor, I think you're the one not coming back next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
It's
got a
been
good-
fun, guys.
I've got a cool topic that we can speak to about that a little bit, Con, about the black licorice theory. That's what we'll call it. If you eat
there's a
something,
theory now?
if you eat something enough that you don't like, will you eventually start to like it?
I think that your brain would, like if you were forced to eat it every single day, I think you would grow kind of an adaptation to it, like kind of like, it's like if you eat the same meal day in, day out, every single day, it might not be your favorite meal, but the one day you don't have it, you're gonna be like, like it's such a familiar flavor,
Okay, can you guys name one food that you didn't like, but you ate it enough that you began to like it?
Corona in a can.
Oh, you're a psychopath.
Yeah, you are a serial killer, dude.
Okay, that is
Oh my
literally
God.
never once had a Corona out of a can. It's not even
Yeah,
possible.
I
I'm
maybe
leaving.
have literally one time, and I will say that it's the worst.
The question is it a hot day in the middle of June and there's fucking nothing else around? There's not even a
Literally.
yeah
At the
okay,
lake,
I can
you're
like-
already half cut. You go into the cooler, you grab anything without even looking at it. Corona in a can. Do you slam it, or do you throw it in the bush? That's the
Oh, you can
question.
shotgun it at that
You're not
point.
gonna throw it in the bush, dude. You're fucking slamming it. Like there's no
Yeah, the comedic
Whoa.
value is too high to not slam it.
I heard they actually pay you at the liquor store to take them. And you grab it out of the refrigerator. A siren starts going on, and everyone just starts basically shunning you. Like shame.
Yeah, everyone in the
Yeah.
store just like puts on a robe and starts shaming you. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Security comes running in and kicks in the door to the beer cooler and like they drag you out of there, like throw the
And
fucking cans at you after they throw you out.
what a loser.
And then they
At
throw
what
you bucks.
at what age do you guys recollect? Because this is something I never thought about. But you know, like when you were a kid, you know, you'd like have a sip of your dad's beer and it would never be tasty and it wasn't something that you were like excited to do. But now like a nice frosty beer is a thing that just perks your life up at the end of a good day, you know? Do you know when that like that cusp kind of swapped over? Because I really don't recollect.
5?
5 since I was
Go ahead, Greg.
Oh, I don't know, like 14.
Well, I think like you know
That's a
when you
dumb
hit that
question.
age where like you want to hang out with your boys and you want to be cool as fuck and everybody wants to drink beers and like nobody likes them, but everybody's like, yeah, these are so good.
No, that's just when
Actually-
you dive right into the fireball instead.
I got something. Do you guys think that all like boys who like beer got black licorice theory into liking beer?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That is-
Whoa.
That's the one thing that you didn't like that you began to like. Con, you got something in your beard, bro.
Everything's black licorice.
That is the
It's
black
fluff.
licorice theory at work for sure.
Okay, I've got another thing on that topic. You know when you're just hanging out with a bunch of your friends and you have that one friend who just won't drink beer and he's always got like some girly ass like twisted teas or something and he's like, yuck, beer, I'm not drinking beer, dude, I hate beer. And you're just like,
And then you and all your friends bring them into one room and just start throttling them.
Yeah. Just fill a beer bong
That's
down
a
his
guilty
throat.
pleasure.
not to hurt him though, just for the kink.
No. You want to hurt him a little bit.
Well, that's part of the kink.
And then you hold him down and then pour the beer down his throat.
Yeah, you waterboard him with beer.
Yeah.
Just enough social pressure so it's fun, you know?
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your rubber arm like?
Oh,
Like,
10.
now let's say
12.
it's like, oh, scenery, we're going like Wednesday night after a pretty tough day at work and you just want to go to sleep and the guys are like, beers? Question mark. Are you like a 10 and you're like, oh, I'm there? Or are you like down 1, 2 and you're like, just you have enough
I feel like
strength to say no? Or are you just like,
yeah.
nah, let's do it.
There's a premium time in the evening that's like rubber twist alley. Like, you know, like between the
Mhm.
hours of 5:30 to 7 o'clock, it's like, yep, 100% I'm in.
Yeah.
And then like 7 on, it's like, ooh.
It
Yeah.
depends how it's
Dangerous,
presented,
right?
you know? Like if the boys
Mhm.
text you up and it's like at that like 6:59 range and they're like, hey, you want to come on down or whatever? But if it's like Curtis Brown is like calls you up and he's like, hey, I'm outside your house and we're going to go fucking slam some beers. Like I'm actually coming inside to carry you out like a baby. Then like the arm's so rubbery at that point. Like it's not even an arm. Like
No, yeah.
there's no twisting necessary. I'm just a wet noodle at that point.
Hmm. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Pretty solid arm, unless Chase is convincing me to do something, then it's just like, hey, guess what? Fucking, you're doing it, even if you don't want to.
That's actually
Yeah,
another
you-
guilty pleasure of mine is making Con do things he doesn't want to.
Oh God, no.
I don't even think you need to
Sexually.
feel guilty about that.
Anyways,
All right, Gregory, let's hear a guilty pleasure.
Well, Nickelback.
I'm gonna do
Damn.
photographs.
Connor, I think you could be the next Chad Kroger.
Fucking hell yeah.
Bleach your hair, dude. It'll be fucking good. We'll get
Look
you
at this photograph.
Chase, I'd even cut my hair and change my name to Chad
You-
Kruger.
Oh my god. Man, that sucks. I was gonna pick a music one too. I was gonna go Maroon 5 for sure.
Yuck.
Con, I don't want to like it, but I just get fired up anytime it's on.
Anytime it's
Is
on.
there fire in your loins?
Oh yeah, dude. Adam Levine gets me feeling some type of way.
What way?
Um,
What type of way exactly?
He's quite a controversial guy, isn't he?
yeah, it's kind of like a really choky, throw him around Curtis Brown kind of kink way.
Come on. I never said anything about choking, dude.
You said throttling, and that is choking.
No, that's when you grab them by the shoulders and shake them around until they can't see.
Going around like an infant child.
Far different. Don't put words in my mouth, man.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
All right. Would you rather go back to age 5 with everything you know now, or know now everything your future self will learn?
Does that include how you die?
I guess technically.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is a topic that I've actually thought about a lot, like in the
I feel
shower.
like
Come across my
there's
mind.
there's pros and cons to both, honestly. Like, I feel like you'd just be the king of the playground if you went the 5-year-old way.
Oh, dude, you'd be like a genius child.
Like,
Yeah, I think
everyone would be your minions and be able to abuse them around and stuff.
I feel like if you went back to age 5, like you could reshape what your whole future would turn into anyways.
King of the playground, eh? Why did my mind just instantly go to toddler fighting again? That's horrible.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
no.
man.
You
But
be
in
able
that
to fight so
situation-
many toddlers.
You're holding like Ray Lewis dog fights, but with like kids instead.
You're like in a throne.
You're just the kingpin, like, dig it.
Every episode we're gonna have
You got
to
a hood on.
God damn it.
Execute Order 66. And these like 30 kids that start fucking going at each other like, it will be done, my lord.
Yes.
Except if you went back in time, you'd be making movie references that for movies that haven't even come out yet. Like,
Which actually could turn into like a bad thing for it. Some people would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And there would be no comedic value to them, and they'd think you're an idiot.
But here's a question too, though. What if you changed like the fate of your life, like the path that you're on? Like, there's things that we all love in our life, like maybe our careers or possibly our fiancés or possibly, you know, whatever other
Obviously,
relationships we
don't
form.
know.
But all like the small things, all the bad times and all the fuck ups and everything like that you didn't like, you had to go through those to get where you are. And if you hadn't gone through them, it would completely change the course of your life and you wouldn't get the things that you want now.
Are you just like completely disregarding the laws of time travel right now?
What do you mean?
yeah, but I mean, if you
Everyone
went
knows you
back
gotta
in time-
not do that when you time travel back.
Not alter the
Yes.
past. So you're like, oh, this super
Yeah.
dog shit fucking relationship that lasts for years. I'm just gonna jump into it because I know that I need to. Like, come on.
Yeah,
tell
but then
me
you go,
wouldn't want-
then
tell
you
me
jump back to the future, and then something like, I don't know, the world's on fire or something. You know, can't bet on sporting events, obviously.
Yeah, there's
Any
some
time
fucking
travel
crazy
movie ever.
virus going through the world. Everything's shut down. Everybody's locked in their
Yeah.
houses. It's just a fucking apocalypse. Like,
Yeah,
the kind of fate nobody would ever want. Everybody's fucking at home eating skip the dishes and fucking watching too much
Mhm.
Netflix.
All right, so the real question is, who went back in time then?
Bearded Chase, I know you would do it just to watch the world burn, because that's the kind of man you are.
Yeah.
Every single sports event, draw.
I think I would go back in time. Yeah, I would do that.
Just be the one cowboy in the West that won all the money in the world from betting on every single draw to happen.
you're sick.
So just one thing the exact same though.
I think definitely having the ability to go back to age 5 with everything would be a lot cooler in the sense that I think if you were to know everything you'll know in
Feel
your
like you
future
could go
self, it would
mental
take a lot of
state.
value out of your life.
Yeah, what if it like was super like
Depressing.
dismal, too? Yeah, like just super shitty, and you were just like not stoked about life at all. I
Yeah.
feel like that would
Like,
probably
you
make a
actually
lot of people
die
commit
in the
suicide. Honestly,
2.5 years from eating too much black licorice, and then you're just like, well, what the fuck do I do now? You start going on a binge, and you actually die in like a week because you drink so much Fireball.
Here's an interesting concept, though. So if you were to know now everything your future self will learn, and you can have that foresight, wouldn't you have the ability in the moment to learn something else and have the control in like that time?
I mean, you
So-
would have the ability to change the events that come, after, like. Because if you know
Well-
everything, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna cross the street today and get hit by a bus." Like,
yeah. Well, that's the weird thing is that like it's like if you knew everything that your future self knew, like you could make any micro decision to change that. Like, how would it work? Is it just a one-time
So you wouldn't really know.
flooding of information and that's it? You're fucking done, or like every time something changes, you just like Have you ever watched Rick and Morty with the mind crystal thing?
Yes.
Oh my fucking god!
Is
You
it
mean
like
the
that,
best
where
thing
like
ever?
everything you do, every word you say, your future's like changing, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it makes alternate realities every single time, and then you keep messing stuff up.
Dude, that's the kind of thing that drives a person to death. Like,
I got something for you guys.
That's the type of thing that makes you want to talk for hours and hours about conspiracy theories.
Well, talking about alternate timelines and doing things to change the course of events. In theory, every time you roll a dice, wouldn't it split off into that many different alternate universes?
Fuck.
Because in this, I roll a 6 on a d6, but then alternate dimension Connor rolled a 1. Alternate dimension Connor rolled a 2. Like.
I think the real question is if you're conscious in this reality, then why does it matter? Like, what would change for you if you knew that was the truth?
It's like, cool.
This is getting deep, man.
Starting to hurt my head a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah, so back to poop talk.
Yeah, the real thing that matters.
All right, we got a good one here. Would you rather that aliens take over humanity or robots take over humanity?
I think it kind of depends on how are the aliens? Are they like galactic overlords that keep us all as slaves, or
like those black aliens with the tongue things?
Well, the question is, why wouldn't robots just either enslave us or extinct us? Like, we're fucking...
Why would they? Because they're the next step in evolution, baby.
Have you seen any robot movie ever?
Have you guys heard the theory that the next evolution of humanity is AI? And just like monkeys were to us, we are to computers. We're going to keep making computers better and better until they can make themselves. And then humanity as we know it, like the human...
Terminator is based on the future.
Skynet, baby.
Skynet's coming, and we're all going to be Dunyan rings.
No. I mean, it depends how the aliens are, but I think, if you get alien overlords, yeah, they might be okay. Yeah, they might enslave us. Robots, I think it's enslaving us, period, or exterminating us.
But here's the question is, why would robots even need to enslave us? Because they could just make other robots that can do any fucking task that we can do. But
we would be useless to them.
One thing that humans could do that robots can't do is fucking, breathe. That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so they don't have to enslave us, but wouldn't they just wipe us all out because we are, logically...
they have no fucking use. But wait a minute. What if the AI was smart enough to realize that, the world's, biome is, a delicate balance, and, it would keep all these species alive just so that the planet stays alive in a certain way? The question is, do you think that because robots don't need any, particular, air or atmosphere or water or anything, would they just, fucking... completely decimate the planet, making it into a crazy robotic world? Have you ever seen Matrix, when they go to the core of the Matrix world and there's it's just all fucking robots and power sources and
why not?
Damn hard movie to follow when I was a kid. I never understood it.
Oh, dude, I watched it just a couple
That's headache
months ago.
Fuel, man.
I watched all 3 of them a couple of months ago, and first of all, the first Matrix, dope. Second one, in my opinion, sucked dick. The third was okay, but I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's one for you.
Wow.
Name a fucking movie trilogy that's just off the charts lit.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings,
Indiana fucking Jones.
What's the one that rings home? What's your favorite trilogy?
My favorite trilogy? Maybe Indiana Jones, dude. Dude,
I fucking love. I bet you Indiana Jones fucks.
Oh, dude, Indiana Jones.
He literally does in every single movie.
He's a James
different
Bond
girl.
Humes.
He's that's so funny, dude. You know what's a great game? Lego Indiana Jones. That's a fucking
any
game.
Lego game is unbelievable.
They definitely took
for Lego Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, not a trilogy. Good though.
Well, I mean, Star Wars isn't really a trilogy either.
Then, because I guess that'd be a saga otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Star Wars is kind of a trilogy because they always release them in trilogies.
It's 3 trilogies into a saga, if you know.
Yeah, I don't think that it can count though, man.
But I mean, what do you call the original 3 movies? The original trilogy,
Yeah, true. You know what I feel like too is like when you have like a trilogy and just like a random fourth comes out and it's just dog shit, like Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
Indiana
Jones.
Jones.
Crystal
You know,
Skull.
actually, that's a lie. The fourth Indiana Jones is still lit.
Crystal
Maybe
Skull, you liked it?
better than the Temple of Doom, I think.
What? What?
Oh shit! I should
Oh
have
my
said.
god, we're gonna have a fucking serious talking to this young man. Now we know he's not coming back. You know what? The podcast canceled after this. Nobody
Yeah.
can come back next.
Sorry, guys. We all have
No,
too
we're
many
talking
guilty
about going
pleasures.
into the past.
Temple of Doom has freaking Short Round in it, doesn't it? Or whatever his name is.
Is that the little Asian guy?
Yeah.
Dude, do you think short round fucks?
Jones.
Oh, Mr.
Why
Jones.
would you ask that?
Dr. Jones. Oh man.
Do you tell me Crystal Skull is better than Temple of Doom? Like,
Nah, that could be a lie. I'm kind of thinking back to it, but I mean, it's still not bad. I'm not gonna say it's bad.
I think we should
I like
tie him up with black licorice and make him watch them all again.
Thank you.
That's a very perplexing theory we can take away from this, the black licorice theory.
Oh, definitely. It's true though. Like the beers proved it, man.
Oh my
Like,
god.
no young man sips a beer and is like, wow, this is a fucking flavor sensation. I could drink this every day. Like you're like, oh yeah, this is good. Your dad's like watching you and you're like choking on it. You're like,
Mm.
you drink like half of it.
Yeah. He says, "Oh, you don't like that, do you?" And you go, "No." And then like 2 years later, you're just.
oh my god.
Well, on that note, should we end her, guys?
Yeah, I think that we should. So
Well, whether or not we share this, I guess like a little bit of an outro challenge. If you guys watched it, enjoyed it, let us know if there's anything else you'd like to talk about, because we're only 4 men with narrow ideas. So like to talk about slapping ass. And I mean, we run out of ideas fairly quickly. So share them. We'll talk about them and see what we ramble on about.
And anybody who says Brazilian hookers for the next topic gets a free pair of Pumas.
don't say that, Con. We're not giving away Pumas. By the way, guys, Puma. You should have like a little outro, just boom.
Yeah.
It'd be like a
Today's
shitty
been great, and it's been the 4 chases. Today is good. Happy Sunday, you know?
Yeah, and remember everybody to keep coming for happiness.
And also to keep buying Pumas.
And not buying canned Coronas.
Yeah. Yeah, if you buy canned Coronas, don't come back.
Okay, peace, guys.